What's up, everyone, and welcome to the final round, front nine here at the Texas State Disc Golf Championships, sponsored by Latitude 64. This is the third stop of the Disc Golf Pro Tour. You're watching it here on Gatekeeper Media. My name is Mitch Phillips. Joining me is Hayden Riccard. The final round, man, we've made it.
We have, and there's only two strokes separating, actually three strokes separating Calvin and Ricky.
Yeah, we have a battle going on at the top. I mean, moving day was incredible. Let's check out our card today. We got Emerson Keith, Jeremy Koling, Chris Dickerson, and Niklas Anttila. Man, I am excited to watch Niklas play. It's first time here in the U.S., first Pro Tour stop. As you said, there's two strokes separating Calvin and Ricky, and then Greg and James just a little bit farther behind. But our car really in striking distance for a podium finish.
They are, and today is going to allow them to do that.
For sure.
As you go into Emerson Keith's bag check.
Yeah, he is putting with the faith. Going to be throwing the harp, a ton on up shots. Got that old Justice dyed in his bag. A lot of Explorers. He's got his own line of those, the Opto-X and the Gold X. And he throws a lot of these yellow rives. Be looking for those in the drives.
Yeah, going into Jeremy Koling's bag check, throwing those AVR X3s, putting with the P2s, have that Mako 3, but also, I mean, relying on the Firebird and Thunderbird a lot.
Yeah, he reached for that Thunderbird more than drivers, I feel like.
So we go into Chris Dickerson's bag as well, putting with the Challenger OS, CT blend, throwing the zones as well, the Undertaker, Annex, and big drivers really, I mean, he's got a ton of forces in there.
8 of them. That might be the most of any mold I've seen.
No doubt.
Rounding it out with Niklas Anttila. He's putting with the P1s, the D-line plastic, got some blue ones in there. Throws a lot of the tactics, a lot of up shots, backhand, forehand. Leans on the second run FD, this yellow Huck Lab one, a lot. And in these long holes, going to be ripping on some PD2s, DD3s, and be sure to look for that yellow method mid-range he throws in so many different angles. Hole 1, par 3, 382 feet. You got OB Road on the right, thrown into this pyramid with a giant American flag on it. If you hit these rocks, you're going to see some rollaways. We've seen players actually be able to make it on top of them, but just want to get close.
Welcome to Championship Sunday at the 2022 Texas State Championships presented by Latitude 64. This is your chase card. First up on the box, representing Latitude 64, let's give it up for Emerson Keith.
Yeah, in round 2, we got to watch Emerson as well here on Gatekeeper, and just such a really fun play style to watch. He was throwing really some low shots, some really technical hyzer flips that really put him here and made him be able to stay here in the top 8 to stay on Gatekeeper Media. Let's see how he attacks today. Big wide shot. This needs to skip off the road.
Gets over the curb, and we'll have an outside circle look. That's a scary putt. Do you think he's going to lay up from there?
For sure.
Koling
with the always bright shirt. Going with the flowers today. Spring is here, man. The pollen is coming. So Koling now throwing forehand. He has thrown an overhand. He's thrown a backhand. And now forehand on this hole. Really showing he's got all the shots in his bag.
Get up on there.
Kicking about to circle's edge. But yeah, 3 different rounds.
Hey, I mean, whatever you're most comfortable with on that day. You practiced a little bit something different. Wind is different. And this will be the first we'll see Chris on the card for this weekend.
Yeah, Chris has found so much consistency so quick with his Discraft bag. Taking down Belton last week, carrying that momentum, trying to chase down maybe another win here in Texas. A lot higher line. That's a pretty common result. A little bit short, and then skipping to circle's edge left side.
Rounding out the box for your chase
I feel like hole 1, you get more of a skip too. You're getting more of that grass skip.
For Niklas Anttila.
Niklas Anttila, one of the main Finnish players we have been waiting excitedly for to show up. And man, first turn of the year for him, being able to make it on chase card, it's incredible. Such a clean player. If you've never watched Niklas, definitely go back here on Gatekeeper Media and watch all of the Project Disc Pro Tour. He was absolutely slaying those. Such a technical player, clean, crisp form. See what he does on hole 1.
This looks good out of him on the backside, rolling around. Should give him inside circle one look.
I don't think we've seen anybody on the backside there.
I don't think so either. And here's Emerson Keith's look.
Actually removed that flag, which is surprising as he just lays up, no worries. But
I think it may just be a distraction that they don't need.
maybe somebody hit it last round and had something weird happen. But yeah, that was definitely a help on this incredibly raised basket on one. Is Chris.
What a putt.
Nose up the entire way, just perfect speed, just dropping it in the basket like a peach there.
Let's go to Jeremy's putt from a similar distance.
Trying to go 3 for 3 on the weekend on hole 1. Oh, just high.
That's a good result too, just knocking off the top and landing on the last pedestal there.
Oh, and just a misrelease from Niklas there. Held on his last finger. It looked like never got the height, and he's got a similar distance coming back.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, without that wind read, it looks like it just got immediately pushed down opposite side of the basket from the rest of the players. And he's just laying up, realizing.
Yeah, he realizes a mistake.
I mean, such a young player. I think he's under 22.
Yes.
But to have that mental game already unlocked, I mean, a lot of the Finnish players do. Europeans in general just have that disposition of just, hey, made a mistake, let me take my medicine and move on, especially early in the round.
Let's get into hole 2, 741 feet, par 4. This one really is required on landing zones. Landing up right here on the left side, having a look at the gap to approach the green is the key. Usually players are going to go to a forehand to approach, and it is also blind on that side when you go to your layup spot.
Yeah, we saw some players kind of try to bite off too much, maybe, and throw too low. But if you don't get enough out of this, it is completely blind. Is the way the undulation happens further down the fairway here. But this looks really good out of Chris.
Nice. Thank you.
Nice flip up here from Emerson. Pretty similar result. Within about 5 feet of Chris there. And we saw yesterday Koling throw a lot when he had this yellow disc in his hand. He was throwing these kind of Anheisers out and then letting it just flex all the way back as he just
Good stop.
resets. And you can hear the wind definitely more today than it was in previous days, especially on these open holes. Big headwind. Oh, this is huge.
This is a mash. Just outside.
Maybe a little bit pinched off being that far right, but maybe more of a skip shot forehand. So we'll get our first look here at Niklas distance. Not the furthest thrower, but definitely makes up for it with those, like you said in the beginning. I mean, this landing zone is so important. That's something he does so well.
Yep, just matching the other guys. Being able to approach there with forehand.
Maybe a bit too high and right. It skips to just outside the circle. That's going to be a very obstructed putt with that tree there.
Just take a look at Niklas's forehand.
You can see it really is a flex from here. And this is too much flex.
My, that just held the angle.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of wind once he made it through the gap. That's surprising. We really haven't seen anybody pull over that way. There's Chris's approach from about the same exact spot as the previous two. Same mistake as Emerson.
Yeah, just able to dig in there and not get any skip into the woods. See his approach from there.
Koling actually able to go on the right side gap.
Had a better look.
And that is perfection. Bullseye on the approach. He's still got a little bit left there.
They're just a little bit off-kiltered. And Emerson actually had a clean look.
Yeah, he glanced right down in his hand right as he released it, and he held on a bit. Oh, just right side.
Good comeback from Emerson.
Here's Chris for par.
And this hole was coming in at the 8th most difficult. I think it's pretty average for the whole weekend.
Yeah, right. I mean, average right around par within a couple of points right around there. But yeah, just the approach can get away from you, and I think that was the biggest thing. The drive's not the hard part.
No.
It's Niklas for par as well. And Koling, our only birdie here, just a formality, tapping in. Beat on that right side.
Making it look easy.
Yes, sir. So we go into hole 3, par 3, 464 feet. This is just a low forehand, just screamer. Put it on a little bit of an edge. We saw Ricky yesterday put this about -2 inches into the ground and just glide and stay on angle the whole way. But really just a forehand. We've seen some backhand rollers. If you don't have that distance forehand, maybe go to a flex. But yeah, get through the gap, let the disc do the work, and fade to the right. Yeah, same mistake as yesterday, but he does get really kicked down on that right side.
Ooh.
Kind of a weird release there.
Yeah, that was, I don't know what, it just looked funky out of his hand.
He came a little higher, trying to maybe put a little too much power on it.
Oh, that one
help
little
him?
tree.
No.
And it is a very low ceiling here.
Niklas actually going backhand. Oh my
This
goodness.
looks
Stay up.
So good. Yeah, you can hear them.
Germ, what the heck? Puts him to edge of circle 2, and that is what you get out of Finland. I mean, the touch backhands is just a thing of beauty. And that's a thing of beauty too, but just a little short. Surprising. I thought that was going to be a lot closer out of Chris. As Koling giving this a little bit of a run.
Yeah, he doesn't want to mess with that.
His approaches so far are on point.
They have been.
Emerson from the left side here. Clean look. Good approach there. Just a tap in. Niklas from, right about circle 2 edge.
Oh.
The no jump putt from that distance. Hitting the sponsor square. Dang. Good bid.
Oh, and sneaking over the basket is Chris Dickerson. Count it.
Those are the kind of putts you hit early and you really have confidence. Those circle's edge putts for par, I think those are way scarier than a putt for birdie. But he makes good, and the rest of our card, easy putts here to take par across the board. And this hole did come in as the 5th most difficult, only 2%, which means there was only 3 players who got the birdie here on 3 today.
So we go into hole 4, 888 feet, par 4, the hardest hole all weekend. This one is a doozy. It's all uphill, different gaps you got to hit, and then the fairway is no feet either. Trying to get down and put it in this right side here with a low ceiling all the way.
Yeah, I think that's what makes it the most difficult is it's hyzer flips, it's low ceiling. And we saw Jeremy do this yesterday. I feel like the forehand, you're kind of just position golf, walking away with a par here as it is the hardest hole on the course. Yeah, just trying to climb the hill with that turn.
That's enough.
Yeah, and you can hear him say that's enough. It's really all you need, though. It's just to get clean up there on that hillside.
Oh, and this is pulled.
May stay clean.
But it finds a way.
Oh, my, yes.
What the heck, Chris Dickerson. I would say local route. This is a brand new course, so that's just complete luck.
Sometimes it'd be like that. It's disc golf.
Ooh.
Oh, and that is a good redirect kick
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah, I hear him say after being so far up there yesterday, he had an amazing drive here.
Yeah. Good job. Beautiful.
Yeah, I like that play from Niklas, just positioning himself on the left side, not trying to throw any big turning shot. And this is just playing for par now for Emerson.
This is a far shot.
And par just got a lot
Low
harder.
Ceiling coming in so often.
Got to get around it. It does.
Yeah, skip.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's his game
Nice.
plan. I mean, he did it in round 2 as well. Nearly those exact same landing zones. Niklas going backhand here again. Man, it is a thing of beauty to be able to watch almost the exact line as a forehand ripping on a backhand. That touch.
He shapes the disc very well.
And Chris, yeah, par is a miracle at this point.
Oh, and catching the tiniest branch there.
Kicks him back down in the middle, but this needs to hook up from Emerson. It's too straight. That's going to be circle 2 to save. Man, Riccard struggling here a little bit.
Well, it
Is
shows you
this-
why this is the most difficult hole. And Chris ends up falling down into the creek there on the right. We'll see how tough his putt is here in a sec.
And Koling the same.
He
does
stays
stay
up.
Okay. Yeah, just a
But
little
you
bit
know
past
he
him.
wanted a better result than that.
Yeah. And the low ceiling forcing Niklas to a knee. Emerson hit it one of these yesterday. Oh.
So close.
Yeah, his style putt, he really can just do so much from so far, as Chris is in a very odd spot here.
Able to just punch it through and play the ground play.
It's going to be a big number for Dickerson.
And it's going to be a big number for Emerson as well. You can see the frustration there. Good par for Jeremy.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, like you said, the reason why this hole is so difficult. Jeremy and Niklas really just playing position golf again and again, and the rest of our card just struggling, just trying to hold on to something after hitting branches after branches. So Niklas really taking his time, even on these short ones. Final day, got to count them.
And there was only one person to birdie this hole again, and that was Calvin Heiberg.
Jeez. 1 out of 128 players. Truly the hardest hole on the course, if not the hardest hole statistically we've played all year so far. I would assume this one's going to stay in that probably top 5, top 10 most difficult holes we'll play.
Yeah, until we get to the East Coast.
Some of those wooded ones can get nasty, but yeah, 880-foot par 4, it's a doozy. So we go into hole 5, much different hole here. Par 3, 356 feet. Going to see players go to maybe a flip up forehand, try to navigate this gap, and then flex back, or the turnover backhand. This is a very guarded green. If you're not on the right side, if you're short and on the right, it's just a huge tree, big step outs, but really reliant on where you land on the screen.
Oh, no.
And Jerem getting a bad skip off the ground there, catching a root, and ended up to the right side.
Niklas going mid-range here. This needs to turn.
It's turning a little bit late.
Oh, and it's perfect.
And able to fight through the skinny trees over there.
Yeah, anytime that orange mid-range is in Niklas' hand, he does incredible things with it. As Chris going to the fairway driver.
They missed that tree.
Oh, yeah. Skip going to kick him almost to circle's edge, but he's hit some comebackers and has a confidence from that range already today. Emerson going fairway as well. Just trying to match what Chris did. Maybe a little bit more left to right shot. He likes that line.
Yeah, this looks great.
Go in?
Just go in. Oh, my goodness.
No, hit chained out.
Oh, wow. The shock. Blind off the tee. We get a look at Emerson's form after that ace. If you want to ace, this is what you need to do right here. Such a compact, not a large reach back.
No.
Kind of just brings it close, finds that power pocket, and just commits. Wow.
I want that on another replay.
Yeah, can we see like 6 times of that run back? Goodness gracious.
Jerem having to just go a forehand up to the basket.
Just a little bit more to the right, and that is definitely sticking from Emerson. Wow. And to go from double bogey
to almost acing.
That would have been the biggest swing of strokes
Yeah,
in
no,
a long time.
No kidding.
6 and a 1, but Chris picks up a 2, brings him under par for the round. Comebacker after the fireworks here for Keith.
And you know he's fired up now.
Yeah. Even just hitting that kind of thing, I mean, you saw the shock in his face, that kind of momentum he can carry through. Here's Koling's look for par. Love his routine. Doesn't mess around with it. Walks up, sets that foot down, and makes it happen.
Yeah. As we get to Niklas for his birdie.
Yeah, what a great try from Niklas. And you'll see Niklas switch up his putt, really depending on where he's at on the green. Just another thing he's got in his lineup.
I'm Garrett Girthy. People know me as Double G. I've been making Double G craft jerky since I was 16 years old.
Whether I'm at home or on the road, Double G craft jerky is the snack that I go for.
I've actually found myself eating Double G craft jerky on my long drives to the next tournament.
We all know Double G's got a big arm, but he's also got a big heart. Every bag of Double G jerky that you buy supports children's disc golf and goes to a great cause.
You can find Double G craft jerky at doublegjerky.com.
So we get into hole 6, 555 feet, par 4. One of the easier par 4s and probably one of the shortest ones as well. As we get into this one, as we travel down, and this bunch of trees on the left there can swallow up your disc a good bit. Landing zone is key here as you approach, and you don't want to go too long on the approach because of the OB right behind. We saw a couple players get lucky from the bridge in a couple rounds before, saving them from going OB.
Also seen players go completely over the top.
Yes.
Yeah,
And be so far down there.
Yeah, Ricky and Kevin in their distinctive rounds, I mean, here on Gatekeeper, were over the top and just within 60 feet of the basket. Is
Beautiful.
Wow, that ground play on the
That
backhand.
was great ground play.
To match it and just slide it up. That's something that the Finnish players do so well. They match the angle of the disc to the ground and just either go for no skip or just like that, knowing that they can move that left to right more.
Chris
Here's
going over
that.
the top.
Oh, did
I
he
think
catch it?
I think it did, but it was able to carry still forward.
Oh,
so
but
that's
not
good.
much.
But definitely wanted more out of that one.
He said, just got to throw it higher. Emerson maybe looking high as well. No, going low.
Wow.
Oh, and gets held up. That was such a sick line. To take full speed driver and then turn it that quickly.
And jam with the forehand. No surprise.
Skip
And
is a
that is-
surprise. Wow.
That was a good skip off of that ground. I mean, this ground's playing skippier than it was in the past.
Mm-hmm. So Chris having to split the gap here.
As the wind picks up too.
It's going to be a scary putt. Hopefully he has a clean line. Nearly the same distance, Emerson. Oh.
Just getting caught up because the little edge and hill there.
Oh, held on just a little long. Slow down. I think that's a good tree.
I think it is as well. I mean, you could hear it out of it as soon as he let go.
And this is where Germ's height can not be the kindest, as he is having to go nearly on all fours trying to make this happen.
And he makes it happen.
Man, his approach game today and just throughout the weekend, I mean, to be able to see him here on the chase card 2 rounds, it's been a minute since he's been here, but let's see if Emerson is going to run this. Soft bid.
Yeah, just a little floaty.
And I don't think Niklas has a line here at all.
No, but, I mean, gave it a run on that Anheuser.
Oh, sit.
And Chris goes out of bounds past the basket.
That's just, I think that's aggression where you don't really need it. He's had a slow start, -1 through 5, but yeah, there's just no need to run that Heiser putt like that, but it bites him as Emerson does make good for par. Chris is going to have that come back here for bogey. And there's the birdie for Koling.
And what a great birdie, too.
Mm-hmm.
From out of position, able to get his forehand up next to the basket.
And Chris just with a really short putt. Less than 6 feet here. Yeah, just an unneeded aggression there, but brings him back to even. A lot of golf left, but definitely running out of holes as we get into hole 7. One of the most technical tee shots we have here. You need to just make it through a lot of these gaps and then fade to the right. We've seen backhand, we've seen flex forehand, we've seen forehand approach. But really, if you hit any tree, those discs are going to most likely find the 2 out of bounds creeks. So just being able to hit this line and work left to right.
I think he's out of bounds. We didn't
I
get
think
the
he was
graphic there.
short. Yeah, I would say he's short. Didn't seem too frustrated about it. Niklas, he's going standstill, it looks like. High speed disc on a flex.
Very interesting. But
Interesting.
is so clean. We'll have a birdie look from there.
What a style difference to go standstill here. This looks great out of Emerson's hand.
And it is.
That's 2 in a row. He did that last round as well. Same disc, same line. Great consistency there. Oh.
And Chris catching an early
that's-
tree.
Having to now go to the overhand just to get back. Looks like he does stay in bounds actually on that right side, but... Whoa,
Okay.
Did you know Chris Dickerson had an overhand
Nope.
shot? I
Did not.
Jeez.
Puts it up next to the basket.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Germ. But, oh, yes, he hits the save anyway. Let's rewind that back.
His own hype man there. I mean, he was telling himself, oh, crap.
Yeah, the
And then
amount
it
of
was like,
emotion.
well, now I got to make it, so let's go and do it.
Oh, my goodness. What a great save there from Germ.
Great putt from Niklas.
Yeah, brings him back under par. And Chris, after, I mean, really, that was probably the best scramble that we've seen on coverage this weekend. That overhand, finding a gap some way to just be able to save the par here. That was incredible.
There's a gap.
I love the honesty and just dry.
The dry humor from Chris.
Yeah, there's a gap.
Focus. Get rid of any of those pressure thoughts and really center yourself, like where you're at and the shot you're throwing. Trying to just really let everything besides the basket bleed away.
So we go into hole 8, 564 feet, par 4. One of these still that you got to navigate these tight lines and also worry about where you lay up. You want to lay up just before this creek here to get a good approach to the basket. And if you're off gilt, it's going to be tough getting to a spot to approach.
Yeah, we've seen backhands. We've seen the flex forehand actually work out from a lot of our card yesterday. Not even really a flex, just kind of a right to left forehand and then letting it finish up in the fairway. But Niklas going over stable fairway here. So much snap out of that.
It's still a great spot, like Jerem said. He'll have a clean look.
Here's that forehand out of Emerson.
I really like this play if you can actually get it to work and flex.
This might be fading out.
Yeah. I think that tree kick definitely helped him.
Oh, and this is...
No.
No.
Oh, no.
mean, wasn't a good shot, so I can't really do that.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit too high, but yeah, I mean, trying to just bite off so much. And the complete opposite level of aggression, Chris going to the overstable mid-range. And Chris, known as a mid-range thrower, when people are throwing fairways and stuff, he'll just go mid-range, mid-range. And no difference here, but this is standing up.
But
Perfectly standing up. Wow.
that was great.
Get a look at Chris's form here. He discs down to the mid-range. More control.
So much snap at the end there.
And Koling not in a fun spot. Anheuser forehand does make it across the creek. You'll have a look, but yeah. Just not enough turn. That's a good tree kick from Niklas. Yeah, all of our players kind of in odd footing, having to get a little weird with the stance.
Emerson going with the forehand approach to the basket.
What a...
Could have done better.
Such a good line. Is Chris trying to get this one to flex out?
It does, but I think it's a little bit long on the left side there.
Yeah, maybe near that wood pile back there. He's hit some really good comeback putts so far. From range, here's Niklas just putting it close. And Germ does have a look here after a wacky sky forehand.
Oh, it was right in line, just wrong height.
Not sure where Chris is at. Yeah, he is long. A lot of trees to navigate here.
Oh,
man.
That thing was going places if it missed.
Yeah, he generates a ton of power from that knee. And Emerson making it look easy. Really good last couple holes here to kind of close out this front nine. I mean, 3 out of the last 4.
He's shedding off that 6 that he took.
Mm-hmm. And that's what you got to do. I mean, sometimes getting those higher numbers, obviously, you never like to do it. Bogeys are dumb. But he was able to come back from it and now bring himself back under par. And that's just, if you can finish out the round with more birdies than bogeys, it's usually a pretty good
I
thing.
think that needs to be a t-shirt.
What?
Bogeys are dumb.
That's actually from Ellen Woodboom. She has a pin that says bogeys are dumb. I got it from her.
It needs to be a t-shirt.
Just to be a stamp on a disc.
We go to hole 9, Mitch.
Par 3, 399 feet. Very technical. Up this gap. You're going to go fly past the FPO basket and go to the second gap. It is blind off the tee completely. You're going to have a backhand just flexing shot, maybe a forehand flip up. But if you can get just really to the edge of where all that kind of leaves and stuff is at the edge of this gap, you'll be circles just right on the edge of circle. And that's all you can really ask for here. Big left to right shot here from Emerson, and this is early.
Hole 9 has been playing as the 4th most difficult hole.
Yeah, it's been
And
in
it
that
shows.
top 5 difficulty all weekend. Niklas going backhand as well. You see him line up on the tee pad a little bit more on the right. That just holds over.
Yeah, good shot.
So he's stuck behind that brush there, but able to get out that gap is definitely something you're looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen, obviously this being final round, and we've seen cards where no one gets to that gap at all. Germ going forehand here. Miss it.
2 through 9, I got to scramble, huh?
Just realizing his scramble rating is high. But he's doing great. I mean, to stay under par with the amount of scrambling that he's had so far. the approaches have been there. Let's see if Chris can correct on these backhands. And this is as a thrower. I don't think he was going full roller there.
I don't know what his. I mean,
I thought it was going to be overstable flex, but maybe he was going roller, just not enough.
It's very interesting.
Oh. Wow.
And being out of position for Emerson gets a forward kick, but I don't know where it ended up.
I think he's just near Niklas, maybe.
Front. Yeah, I think he's just in front. Oh, no.
No way.
And sit.
And it's rolling. Maybe just a little bit rushed there. As we were just saying, his scrambling has been so good today. That is surprising. And now, I mean, oh no.
I feel like his disc has a magnet to the tree.
Yeah, take a moment.
And he's just...
we've all been there. There's no words. Nothing that can stop that frustration in that moment. But Emerson just a little bit right side, but he sneaks through. Oh, Chris giving it a run.
Wow.
This is Germ still trying to get through the gap. He's on the far right side, it looks, yeah?
He's on far left. Baskets.
Yeah. Excuse me for not knowing where he's at, but man, there it is.
It's a good approach.
Yep. Still a little bit left, and those putts, when you leave yourself that 20-ish foot range.
And you've already had 2 mistakes happen.
Yeah, the frustration is there, and Niklas actually does stay clean away from the brush, but good approach. Par's looking pretty good on this hole. Oh, sticks it for the 5.
Unfortunate 5, but...
Yeah, we were just saying, I mean, all the scrambling he's done, staying under par, and just like that.
And Emerson.
That wind picking up out of nowhere, pushing it down. You can see the leaves going mini tornadoes. And what the heck?
Hole 9 being pretty brutal to this card.
I mean, it's brutal to everyone today.
Yeah.
I mean, there were only
8 players.
Yeah, finding birdie 8. Which is just absurd. I mean, it's just a long uphill hole, but that wind picking up a little bit and the scrambling, as you saw from Germ, gets more difficult on every single shot.
It does. And, I mean,
Emerson
we've had some good holes here. Yeah, Emerson hit early, remember?
Yeah.
And then left himself early, then missed the putt.
Man, you can't really put it lightly. Our card is struggling.
It is.
I mean, we got one person under par through. I mean, the wind is definitely more today than it has been.
Yes.
But, yeah, it's definitely not what you want to see is dropping down the leaderboard on the last day as we check in. Kind of a slow start for a lot of the people today, except for Joel Freeman at the -5. Barsby climbing. It's awesome to see Barsby at the top.
Yes, it is.
Leaderboard again. And, yeah, I mean, Germ scrambling is what kept him in it.
Oh, definitely. His approach game was on point until hole 9.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but our card really just looking to right the ship, looking to get some momentum going on the final 9 holes here at the Texas State Championships. Be sure to like and subscribe here at Gatekeeper Media. My name is Mitch Phillips.
And I'm Hayden Riccard.
And we'll see you for the final 9 holes of the 3rd stop of the Disc Golf Pro Tour.